Ever wonder why Scorpio men with their intense and magnetic personalities often leave a lasting impression? The magnetic intensity of a Scorpio man is not something to be taken lightly. These individuals possess an allure that is hard to resist. From their piercing gaze to their enchanting charisma, Scorpio men are often seen as captivating figures. Their energy, like a powerful magnet, tends to draw people in, making them the center of attention, whether they seek it or not. But what is it about these individuals that make them so magnetic? Well, it's a mix of their passion, determination, and a certain level of mystery. Scorpio men are known for their passionate nature, which manifests in every aspect of their lives, be it their career, their hobbies, or their relationships. This passion can be incredibly attractive, as it often translates into a level of intensity that is both exciting and compelling. However, this intensity can sometimes veer into the realm of the overwhelming, particularly if it intertwines with narcissistic tendencies. Narcissism, characterized by excessive self-interest and a lack of empathy for others, can add a layer of complexity to the Scorpio's personality. Instead of being merely passionate and determined, they may come across as self-centered and insensitive. The blend of passion and narcissism in a Scorpio man can create a whirlwind of emotions. It can be thrilling and exhilarating one moment, and tumultuous and draining the next. This emotional turbulence, while it may be part of the Scorpio's allure, can also be a source of stress and discomfort. So while the magnetic intensity of a Scorpio man can be incredibly attractive, it is important to recognize that it can also be a double-edged sword. Being drawn to their passion and energy is natural, but it's crucial to be aware of the potential for emotional turbulence that comes with it. As we delve deeper into the Scorpio's psyche, we uncover a world of complexity, intensity, and sometimes narcissism. This journey into understanding the Scorpio man is not just about exploring their magnetic intensity, but also about navigating the potential challenges that come with it. What happens when the depths of a Scorpio's passion veer into the realm of narcissism? We've talked about the magnetic intensity of Scorpio men, but now let's dive deeper into the tumultuous waters of narcissism. It's important to understand that not all Scorpios are narcissists, but their intense, passionate nature can sometimes blur the lines. Narcissism is a complex and multifaceted personality disorder, characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. When combined with the fervent nature of a Scorpio, these traits can become amplified and potentially destructive. So how can you identify narcissistic behavior within the context of a Scorpio's passionate disposition? Look for signs of emotional dominance. A narcissistic Scorpio man may use his emotional intensity as a tool for manipulation, steering the relationship according to his whims and desires. He may exhibit a tendency to prioritize his feelings and experiences over yours, neglecting your emotional needs in the process. The impact of such behavior on relationships can be profound. It can lead to an imbalanced dynamic where the needs and desires of one party are consistently sidelined. This can result in feelings of being undervalued, misunderstood, or even ignored. It's essential to recognize these signs early on to prevent getting caught in a cycle of emotional neglect and dominance. Another sign to watch out for is a consistent pattern of blame shifting. A narcissistic Scorpio man may find it difficult to admit mistakes or accept responsibility for his actions. Instead, he might deflect blame onto others, including his partner. It's also worth noting that narcissism can manifest as a constant need for validation. A narcissistic Scorpio man may require constant affirmation of his worth, often seeking admiration and praise from his partner. This incessant need can put undue pressure on the relationship, creating a heavy emotional burden for the other person. Recognizing these signs is the first step to understanding the complexities of a relationship with a narcissistic Scorpio man. Remember, knowledge is power, and awareness of these traits can equip you with the tools necessary to navigate these challenging waters with resilience and strength. Did you know the secretive nature of a Scorpio man can often lead to control dynamics in relationships? Yes, the mystery that often shrouds a Scorpio man isn't just about his enigmatic charm. It can also be a mechanism for maintaining control. Let's delve a little deeper. Scorpio men are known for their private nature. They hold their cards close to their chest and reveal only what they choose to. This secretive behavior can create an imbalance in relationships, where one person knows more than the other. And knowledge, as they say, is power. This power can be used to manipulate, to steer the relationship in a certain direction. The secrecy can create an aura of mystery, making the Scorpio man seem more intriguing, more desirable. This can lead to a power dynamic where the Scorpio man holds the reins, controlling the pace and direction of the relationship. But what does this mean for you, and how can you navigate these waters? The first step is understanding. Recognize this behavior for what it is, a form of control. Don't be blinded by the allure of mystery. Realize that a healthy relationship requires transparency and equality. Next, maintain your individual autonomy. Remember, your identity and sense of self are not tied to any relationship. You are your own person, with your own needs, wants, and boundaries. Don't let the Scorpio man's control tendencies overshadow your individuality. Preserving your personal boundaries is crucial. It's okay to say no, to ask for space, to demand transparency. You have the right to feel safe and secure in your relationship. Don't let the Scorpio man's secretive nature infringe upon your personal boundaries. Lastly, don't be afraid to seek help if needed. Reach out to friends, family, or professionals who can provide support and guidance. You're not alone in this journey. Remember, while the secretive nature of a Scorpio man can be enchanting, it can also lead to control dynamics that may harm the relationship. Maintaining a sense of self in the face of a Scorpio's control tendencies is paramount in navigating these complex relationships. How does the power dynamic play out in relationships with narcissistic Scorpio men? It's a question that, if we're honest, can be a little daunting. But understanding this dynamic is crucial in navigating the turbulent waters of such relationships. Scorpio men, known for their intense passion and magnetic personalities, often wield significant influence in their relationships. When coupled with narcissistic tendencies, this power can become imbalanced, leading to a dynamic where the Scorpio man holds the reins. Yet, it's important to remember that power in relationships isn't inherently wrong. It becomes problematic when it's used to control or manipulate. In relationships with narcissistic Scorpio men, this manipulation can be subtle, cloaked behind their enticing charm and intense affection. So what can you do to preserve your sense of self and maintain balance in these relationships? First, recognize the power dynamic at play. Acknowledge the influence your Scorpio partner has and how it affects your relationship. This awareness is the first step in regaining control. Second, establish clear boundaries. This is fundamental in maintaining your autonomy. Define what is acceptable to you and what isn't. This doesn't mean stifling your Scorpio man's passionate nature. It's about ensuring his intensity doesn't overshadow your needs and wants. Third, don't be afraid to assert yourself. Remember, a relationship is a partnership, not a dictatorship. Your feelings, thoughts, and desires are just as important and should be respected. Lastly, seek support if needed. Relationships can be complex, and sometimes an outsider's perspective can provide valuable insight. Whether it's a trusted friend, family member, or professional counselor, don't hesitate to reach out. This journey may not be easy, but it's worth it. It's about creating a relationship dynamic that respects and values both partners equally. It's about ensuring that the magnetic intensity of your Scorpio man enhances your relationship rather than controls it. Remember, understanding the power dynamics at play can empower you to maintain balance and autonomy in your relationship. What does effective communication look like in a relationship with a narcissistic Scorpio man? Navigating conversations with a narcissistic Scorpio man can often feel like trying to solve a complex puzzle. Their magnetic intensity, combined with a tendency toward secrecy, can create unique communication challenges. However, don't let this deter you. With the right strategies, you can maintain your emotional well-being and assert your needs effectively. Firstly, it's crucial to remember that communication isn't just about talking. Listening is equally important. Narcissistic individuals often seek validation and attention, so listening attentively can help diffuse tension. However, it's vital to ensure that this doesn't translate into enabling their narcissistic tendencies. Next, practice assertive communication. This involves expressing your feelings and needs clearly and respectfully, without aggression or passivity. When dealing with a narcissistic Scorpio man, It's essential to stand your ground and express your needs and boundaries firmly. Remember, your feelings and needs are just as important and deserve to be heard and respected. Another key strategy is to manage your expectations. Narcissistic individuals may not respond to your needs and boundaries in the way you'd hope. It's important to understand this and not to take it personally. This doesn't mean you should stop communicating your needs, but rather it's about finding a balance and preserving your emotional well-being. Lastly, seek support when needed. Relationships with narcissistic individuals can be emotionally draining. It's okay to reach out to friends, family, or mental health professionals for support. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. In conclusion, communication with a narcissistic Scorpio man can indeed be challenging. However, by listening attentively, asserting your needs, managing your expectations, and seeking support, you can navigate these conversations with resilience. By adopting these communication strategies, you can foster a healthier dynamic in your relationship with a narcissistic Scorpio man.